Hello all. In today's class, I am going to discuss about if conditional statement. Okay. In if conditional statement, we have four different types of if: simple if else statement, nested if, and if else ladder. Let me explain today's topic with the example. As I said, we have four different types of if: simple if else, nested if, and if else ladder. Okay, let me explain simple if and if else in the same program. Okay, in case of if statement, I mean simple if, we don't have else part, it will check only the condition, whether the condition is true or not. If condition is true, it will enter the inside if block and execute the statement. If condition is false, it won't do anything. Okay, it will simply continue with the further part of the program, that is simple if. Okay, but in case of if else statement, okay, it will have two parts. If condition will have true part. Okay, one is true part and another one is false part. Okay, in case of if else statement, if condition will have two parts, one is true part and another one is false part. Okay, if will check for the true part, else statement will check for the false part. Okay, either if part will get executed or else part will get executed. Okay, there's no chance both if and else will get executed. If the condition is true, it will execute the if part, true part. If the condition is false part, it will execute the else part, false part. Okay, so you can see in the program, it is having if statement as well as else statement. Okay, in this program, I'm checking whether the entered number is even or odd. Okay, in the beginning of the program, I'm declaring one variable a. Okay, I'm reading the value for a using scanf statement. Okay, and I'm checking whether it's even or odd by making use of modulus operator. Okay, if the number divides by 2 and remainder is 0, it means even number. If this condition is true, it will enter this if block and it will print the message like the number is even number, followed by another message that is end of if. Okay, if it is not even number, definitely the condition will be false. Okay, if condition is false, definitely it will go for the else part. In that case, it will print the entered number is odd number. Okay, followed by end of else. Okay, this is if else. Okay, I'll repeat the difference between if statement and if else statement. In case of if statement, simple if, there is no else part. This else part will not present in the program. Okay, if the condition is true, it will execute, otherwise the program will terminate or it will continue further part of the program. Okay, in case of if else statement, if the condition is true, same like simple if, it will enter inside the if block. If the condition is false, it will execute the else part. Either one part of the program, either if part or else part will get executed. Okay, let me execute this program, if else statement. Okay, I'll enter number 50. We know that it's an odd number, so definitely it will go for the else part. That is else part, printf. Percentage d will be replaced with value of a. The value of a entered is 15. So it will print 15 is odd number followed by end of else. Okay, let me execute again with the even number. I will give the number 12. Okay, so the 12 will be stored inside a. Okay, I'm check a modulus 12 modulus 2. Definitely it's equal to 0. So condition is true. Since the condition is true, it will enter if block. Okay, and it will print the message 12 is even number followed by end of if. You can see it is skipping else part. It is not executing else part. Okay, in the case of if else statement, either if part will get executed or else part will get executed. Okay, so if is a conditional statement, it is used to check the condition. Okay, four types of if: simple if else statement, nested if else ladder. In case of simple if, only if statement will be there. There is no else part. False part will not be checked. In case of if else statement, both true part and false part will be checked. Either one part will be checked. Okay, true part will be present inside the if block and false part will be present inside the else block. Okay, that is if else statement. Next we'll see nested if. Okay, nested means a condition inside condition. Okay, if I check the condition, if conditions inside another if condition, then it will become nested if. Okay, this is the outer if condition. If this condition is true, it will enter the if block. So this part, okay, till here, it's actually if condition present inside another if, I mean outer if. Okay, this is nested if statement. Okay, nested if means if conditions inside another if condition, I mean inner if condition present inside the outer if condition. This is the outer if condition, that is checking whether the number is even or odd, that is outer if condition, and checking whether the number is completely divided by 5, it's a inner if condition. Okay, inner if condition will get executed only if outer if condition is true. Okay, this can be an example for both if else statement, because we have if and else, and it can be example for nested if also, because there is an inner if present inside the outer if. Okay, this program will read a number, that number will be stored inside the variable called a. Okay, in the outer if, I'm checking whether the number is odd number or even number. If it is odd number, it will directly skip the outer if. If it is skipping outer if means definitely it will skip inner if also, because it won't enter inside the if condition. So it will directly go to the else part. It will print number is odd %d, that is whatever the number I entered, it will print the number is odd. Okay. Otherwise, if it is even number, it will check one more condition, whether the number is divided by 5. We know that number is already even. I'm checking one more condition, whether the same number is divisible by 5. If it is divisible, it will print number is even and it can divide by 5 also. Okay. If it is not divisible by 5 completely, definitely it will go for the else part, which is actually nested inside the outer if, I mean which is present inside the outer if. Okay. If the inner if condition is false, it will go to the else part. In the else part also we already know number is even, but it is not divisible by 5. It will print the message, the number is not divisible by 5. Okay. After that, either it will print number is even and divide by 5, or number is even but cannot be divided by 5. After any of this statement, the last statement will be printed is end of nested if. Okay. So here also either if part will get executed or else part will get executed. If the if part is true, I'm checking one more condition. So checking the condition inside another condition will become nested if. Okay. Let's check the output. Okay. If I enter odd number, it will directly go to the else part. That is some correction required. Let me check. Okay. I didn't assign the variable for that. Okay. Okay. Let's check the output of this program. Okay. If I enter odd number, directly it will go to the else part and it will print 7 is odd number. Okay, and followed by end of else. Okay. If I give the even number, assume that I'm giving the even number but which is not divisible by 5. For example, if I take 14. Okay. If I enter 14, we know that it's an even number, so definitely it will go inside the inner if loop. It will go inside the inner if loop. Okay, it will go inside the inner if loop and it will check one more condition, that is a modulus 5, whether 14 is completely divisible by 5. We know that it is not divisible, so if condition will be false, it will go to the else part. Observe here, the outer if condition is true, so number is even, it will definitely enter the inside if condition. Okay, but inside this if, we have checking one more if condition, that whether the number is divisible by 5. So definitely 14 is not divisible by 5. So inside the outer if condition, it will go to the else part and it will print number is even but cannot divide by 5, followed by end of nested if. Okay, let me execute one more time. and I'll give the even number and the number which is divisible by 5 also. Okay, I'll enter number 20. We know that number is even number and it is also divisible by 5. Okay, you can see the output here. Outer if condition is true as well as inner if condition is also true. Number is even and can divide by 5. Okay, so followed by end of nested if statement that's present at the end of outer if condition. Okay, so till now we have discussed simple if else statement, nested if. Okay, now we'll move on to the if else ladder. If else ladder. Okay, generally condition will be checked in if. Condition will be checked in if. If condition is not true, it will go to the else part. Okay, what happens if I want to check some condition in the false part also? If I want to check some condition in the false part also. Okay, so if I check the condition in the else part, I mean in the false part, it will become if else ladder. If I check the condition in the else part, then it will become if else ladder. Okay, remember this part. In case of if else ladder, number of if should be equal to number of else. Number of if should be equal to number of else statement. Okay, in this program I'm just reading a marks. I'm just reading a marks and I'm checking the multiple conditions. For example, if the marks is whatever the marks which I read from the keyboard, if it is greater than 85 and lesser than or equal to 100, I mean if it is in between 86 to 100, in between 86, include 86 to 100, okay, I'll print the message, congrats, you scored grade A. Okay, otherwise we have some more condition to be checked. So in the else part, the marks is not lies between 86 and 100, so condition will be false. It will go to the else part, but in the else part we have some more condition to be checked. So in the else part itself, I'm including one more if. Okay, so this is if else ladder. If else, so it will become a if else ladder. So as I told, the number of if should be equal to number of else in the if else ladder. Okay, so if condition is false, assume that the marks is 56. Okay, if I enter the marks is 56, the first condition will be false. It will go to the else statement. In the else statement, I'm checking one more condition, marks. The entered marks is 56. Whether 56 is greater than 60, condition is false. And obviously, since I'm using ampersand, this is a logical AND operator. So this logical AND operator, you people will learn in the further classes. Okay, for now, just understand, I'm checking conditions. If the condition has to be true, both the condition must be satisfied. Here 56 is greater than 60, condition is false, so definitely it won't go check for the second condition. So again, if part become false, it will go to the else part. Okay, we have few more condition to be checked. So again I put if there, I mean I'm checking the if there. Whether 56 is greater than 40, yes, condition is true, and whether it is 56 is lesser than 60, both the condition is true. So it will print the message, you scored grade B. Okay, assume that I entered the marks 20. I entered the marks 20. Obviously first three condition will be failed. It will go to the next else, that is else if statement. 20 is greater than 30, condition is false. So by default it will go for the last else. Here I'm not checking any condition. So if I'm not checking any condition, directly the part will get executed if none of the condition is matched, or if the none of the condition is true, it will directly go to the else part and it will print, sorry, you are failed. Okay, so if else ladder means checking the condition inside the else part, checking the condition in front of the else part. Okay, so we'll check the output of this program. For example, if I enter marks 25, obviously the first three conditions, okay, if condition, else if condition, first four condition, if, else if, else if, else if, all the four condition will be failed. So it will go to the else part and it will print, sorry, you are failed. Okay, I'll run the program again. I'll enter 66. Okay, if I enter 66, the first condition will be failed, but check the second condition. Whether 66 is greater than 60, condition is true, and 66 is lesser than or equal to 85, both the condition is true. So it will print use code grade B plus. Okay, you can see the output use code grade B plus. Okay, so according to this, it will execute the particular if or else if block, okay, or else but, and it will print the result. Okay, so if it's a conditional statement, it is used to check the condition. We have four types of if: simple if else statement, nested if, and if else ladder. Thank you.